Y'all, was good? It's Fly. We back with another one, and today's topic is gonna be we learn from our mistakes. We learn from our mistakes. So what that mean? What that means is, bro, any setbacks, any instances of sin, of transgressions, of iniquities, of trespasses, of rebellion, of disobedience, to just your morals or to God or just whatever. We learn from it, bro. We learn from the tests, from the trials and tribulations that we fail, from the temptation that we give into. We learn from it. Anytime, you're not supposed to be drinking because you was alcoholic, but you dive back into drinking anyway. You're not supposed to be smoking because you were a pothead, but you dive back into smoking anyway. You're not supposed to be watching the videos because you was full of lust, but you watch another video or click another image anyway. You know what I'm saying? We learn from our mistakes. Cause let's use watching the content, for example. You know what I mean when I say content. Let's use that for example, right? You watch the video, right? And then you spill your seed. What happens? You get post clarity. You know what I'm talking about? You get post clarity, right? And then you start feeling guilty, you start feeling ashamed of yourself. Oh, I'm never doing that again. I'm deleting all that. You know what I'm saying? You start feeling that way. You learning from your mistakes. You knew you wasn't supposed to do that, but you did it anyway. And I can't, I ain't here to judge nobody. I understand, especially as men, my men out there can agree that, we just get horny sometimes. You know what I mean? We get full of lust, and we might want to just, do something real quick. Just like an an alcoholic. They might just want another drink real quick. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying I get it, because addiction is hard to overcome. Whether you're addicted to gambling or lust or drunkenness or greed, overindulging in food or drinks, just whatever it is. We all have some form of faults. We all have faults, you know what I mean? We learn from our mistakes. The way you learn from your mistakes, bro, is you have to stop backsliding. You have to stop giving into that temptation. Temptation is of the enemy. It's from the enemy, bro. God ain't never gonna tempt you. God, that's evil. Temptation is evil. God will never tempt you. He'll never tell you, oh, you know what, one more drink is fine, one more video is fine, one more cigarette is fine, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If God knows it's an issue for you, He will never lead you astray. He will never lead you astray. He might allow for the enemies to, He might allow for them to tempt you and you fall into that temptation, but it's to make you a stronger person. It's so you gonna fall into that temptation so much, you might fail so many times until you finally get it, until God finally sees that you get it, like, oh, he learning from his mistakes, or she learning from her mistakes. Because then you'll be like, you know what, I shouldn't go to this party because I know it's gonna be drinks and drugs there. I shouldn't click on this link because I know where it's gonna lead me. I shouldn't hang with this person because I know they might want to boost, or they might want to go jump somebody or steal from somebody, just whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? You learn from your mistakes. In order to learn from your mistakes, you have to have had a mistake in the past regarding some type of sin in the first place, whether it stems from greed or gluttony or sloth or wrath or pride or envy or lust. It had to have stemmed from one of those 7 deadly sins in order for you to learn from it. Like I said, with lust, you got the videos. With greed, you got stealing money and being selfish or whatnot. With gluttony, you got overeating and becoming obese or whatnot. No disrespect to nobody who's overweight, but that's for another video. With sloth, you got being lazy and procrastinating. With pride, you got being just narcissistic or stubborn or arrogant or conceited, or just full of yourself or whatever. And that's how that works, bro. We learn from our mistakes. And to keep it short, I'm going to put it to you like this. Like I said, the 7 deadly sins. We learn from our mistakes via the 7 deadly sins. With pride, we learn from our mistakes when we might be too stubborn, too on our high horse, and then somebody humble us. Whether we get beat up, we lose that job because we was too cocky about it. We crashed that car because we was too cocky about it, just whatever. That stems from pride. With lust, we learn from our mistakes, like I said, when you spill your seed or something, you wasn't supposed to spill it. Even if you didn't know necessarily, but you still spill it anyway. But you spill it anyway, and you feel that shame and that post clarity, you know what I'm saying? That's learning from your mistakes. You're not supposed to be doing that. And then, like I said, gluttony, overeating, eating too much cake and cookies and ice cream and all that. You might get diabetes or just some type, some type of sickness or disease. Or you might just get obese. You know what I'm saying? Or you might eat something that causes an allergic reaction. You learn from that mistake through gluttony, right? Then you got what's the next one? Greed. Having too much of something, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to overspend on materialistic clothes or whatnot, and designers, or buying too much weed or buying too much liquor. Now you're going broke. Buying too much of this, and you know what I'm saying? Just that's greed, right? Having too much of something is greed. So then you got sloth as well, procrastinating on a test, procrastinating on filling out that job application. Now you broke. Now you just failed your test, procrastinating on getting your tires, new tires or your brakes fixed. Now your brakes completely dead. You can't even drive your car. I attest to that. I should have been got my brakes fixed, but that was on me for lagging on it, bro. So that's my problem with sloth. You know what I'm saying? What else we got? Envy. You learn from envious mistakes via like, you might accuse your woman or your man of doing something that they didn't do. You might jump to conclusions and start a whole argument over something that you saw or heard out of context or felt out of context or just whatever it was. You know what I mean? That's that. So you got greed, gluttony, sloth, wrath, pride, envy, wrath. And then from wrath, you learn from your mistakes. You might see something, or something might happen to you or one of your loved ones, and you flip out, you completely crash out, and now you in prison, or now you in jail, or now you 6 feet under, or now you done lost your good relationship, your good standing relationship with your wife or your husband or your brother, your sister, your mom, uncle, aunt, whoever. You know what I'm saying? All because your wrath. Your wrath, because when you wrathful, and that's for another video too, when you wrathful, you speak your truth, however you really feeling about something. You speak your true opinions on something, your true feelings on something. Even if your true feelings are hurtful, you speak them, or you act them, or just whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? So that's how you learn from your mistakes, via the 7 deadly sins. I want y'all to focus, I want y'all to really dive deep into yourselves and see which ones do I suffer with the most, or which ones, plural, do I suffer with the most? Is it greed? Is it gluttony? Is it sloth? Is it wrath? Is it pride? Or is it envy? Or is it a combination of them? I want y'all to dwell on that. Come back to this video if you have to, as many times as you have to. But overall, it's been good. It's fly. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay warm and cool depending on what the weather like near you. And I'm going to catch you on the next one.